Yo, 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 yo.
Good morning, Charlamagne.
Peace to the planet. It's Thursday.
Yes, it's Thursday.
Just out here learning how to move in a room full of sneaky Trump supporters. All these people who voted for Trump but acting like they didn't are all around us. They won't reveal themselves unless he gets in the White House and does amazing things. So move cautiously until then, okay? You work with him. You go to school with him. You go to church with him.
You might sleep with him.
Okay? You might sleep with him. You don't know who your woman or man voted for when they went in that voting booth, okay? You just got to know how to move in a room full of sneaky Trump supporters, all right?
Now, they're saying Hillary Clinton won the popular vote. Is that true?
Yeah, she won the popular vote.
She won the popular vote.
I mean, Democrats have won the last, 6 out of 7 popular votes.
Right.
But it's all about that electoral college.
She lost the electoral votes.
Yeah, and people think the electoral college is like some group of people who just sit around and be like, nope, just because they got the popular vote don't mean anything. That's not who we want to be president. That's not how that works. No. It's simple. I don't feel like talking about this right now.
You started.
I did.
You started it.
It's just simple. White working class voters in rural areas turned out in huge numbers and voted even more heavily for Republicans than ever before.
Right.
That's basically what happened. And the Democratic voters in those areas basically stayed home. That's it. Simple.
Yep.
It's not complicated.
All right.
Yes.
All right. Well, shout out to everybody that participates in Brooklyn Rocks, which is a fashion show they did yesterday for the kids, which was pretty dope.
Shouldn't they be doing that around Fashion Week?
Yeah, they do it in Fashion Week, usually in the city. My kids always walk on the runway with that. But this one they did in Brooklyn yesterday. It was sponsored by Fabulous. All the proceeds go to a great cause. Everybody's involved. Nike, Jordan, Converse, Levi's, and the kids got to walk in that yesterday. So it was pretty fun. I seen shout out to Angela Simmons. I seen her yesterday. I seen Derek Jeter was there. CC Sabathia, shout out to CC, him and
if you didn't get it on Instagram, it didn't happen, bro.
His kids were there.
You're always talking about who you be running into, but I ain't see nothing on the ground.
I'm gonna post pictures in a little bit. I didn't get a chance to. I was running around. My whole family was there, so I had 5 kids, so it was nothing but running around. There was no Instagram.
All right, so you got people to take the picture for you.
Well, I got pictures taken, but I didn't post nothing yet. But
okay.
I'll post some kids. It was a lot of fun. It was for a good cause. The kids love it. They got to walk on the runway. My daughter actually, when you get to the end of the runway and you're supposed to stop, she jumped off the runway and then jumped back on. But she kept her hand on her hip. So she, a little diva that she is, kept it moving. So shout out to little Lundy. All right, had a good time last night.
Now, we got a guest today who was... I can't remember his real name. I know him from Darius on Atlanta.
LaKeith.
LaKeith Stanfield, right?
Yeah, Keith Stanfield, but his name is LaKeith. That's his first name.
He's Darius on Atlanta.
If you don't know who that is, he also played Snoop Dogg in...
Nobody cares.
He did.
That was a terrible role. Listen, Darius on Atlanta, Paperboy's homeboy on Atlanta. He's part of the whole crew. No, is it Darius?
He plays Darius.
He plays Darius on Atlanta.
Darius on Atlanta.
Yeah. So he'll be here this morning.
And he played Snoop Dogg and Welcome to Compton.
Nobody cares.
Straight out of Compton.
That role.
Straight out of Compton.
Nobody cares about the Snoop Dogg and Straight Outta Compton, the Tupac and Straight Outta Compton. Nobody cares. Okay?
I'm just giving some
Jesus
background.
Christ.
Gosh. Where's Angela Yee at anyway?
I don't know, but you're just trying to stall till she get here because you don't want to do front page news.
I definitely don't want to do front page news.
Play the Drake record, and we're going to do front page news after this, okay?
How'd you know it was Drake?
Because it's all we play is freaking Drake. That's how I know.
Since you requested
Predictable-ass radio.
Since you requested it, here's Drake as One Dance front page news is next. Angela Yee, Charlamagne the God, we are the Breakfast Club. In Thursday Night Football, the Browns play the Ravens. Now, the Browns haven't won one game yet, right? They're 0-8. Okay.
It's Cleveland. At the end of the day, don't let the Cleveland Cavaliers NBA Finals championship fool you. Cleveland is still Cleveland.
They went pretty far.
Yeah, and they had a 3-1 lead and blew it. It's still Cleveland at the end of the day. Well, I'm going to let you know right now, my Dallas Cowboys going to the Super Bowl. I was thinking about this last night because I was trying to look on the bright side of things.
Right.
And I said to myself, wow, the Cleveland Cavaliers won the NBA Finals. The Chicago Cubs won the World Series. And Donald J. Trump is our president-elect. My Dallas Cowboys going to win the Super Bowl this year.
If the Cowboys win the Super Bowl.
If the Cowboys win the Super Bowl.
My New York Knicks Knicks are winning the ring.
No, that ain't happening. Come on. First of all, the Knicks have never been as sad as the Cleveland Cavaliers, so stop it. All right?
The Knicks are pretty sad,
Give them another 20 years of what they're doing now and what they've been doing the past 15 years, then yes. Okay? But no. My Dallas Cowboys have been at the bottom of the barrel for a long time.
My Knicks have been at the bottom of the barrel for a long time, too.
But could you stop? It ain't y'all time. It's our time.
How you know it's not our time?
It ain't y'all time.
We got to ask God. Now, let's talk about Hillary
God
Clinton.
ain't thinking about no sports.
She gave her speech yesterday where she talked about, it was her concession speech. Let's check it out.
I hope that he will be a successful president for all Americans. And I'm sorry that we did not win this election. We have seen that our nation is more deeply divided than we thought. We must accept this result and then look to the future. We owe him an open mind and the chance to lead. Let's do all we can to keep advancing the causes and values we all hold dear.
I meant to let my daughter hear that speech yesterday. I wanted her to hear the part where she was talking about women and young girls.
Well, we have audio. Let's play
that?
Mm-hmm.
To all the women, I want you to know that nothing has made me prouder than to be your champion. I know we have still not shattered that highest and hardest glass ceiling, but someday someone will, and hopefully sooner than we might think right now. And to all the little girls, never doubt that you are powerful and deserving of every chance and opportunity in the world to pursue and achieve your own dreams.
Damn, I wanted her to get in.
Yeah, I meant to let my daughter hear that yesterday. I got caught up, though. I started watching Empire and Blackish. But listen, the thing is, I don't think
Empire?
Yes, and Blackish. I don't think we're taking into consideration how let down some women were because of Hillary Clinton losing. Like, that was going to be a huge, monumental moment.
You should have seen them crying. When I left election night, women were crying, bawling.
Yeah.
Bawling.
Yeah. I mean, you talk, we might not see that for another 20 years. And everybody keeps screaming about Michelle. Michelle ain't fooling with y'all.
How you know? You spoke to her? She might do it.
Barack said last week that Michelle ain't never running for president.
How you know? It might change her mind. She might see this.
I heard it. You know what I heard? Sounds like a husband that they discussed that. And no, that's not how he wants to go down.
How many times you talk to your wife and then you change your mind?
I don't think that's going to happen, bro. I personally don't think it. Would I like to see Michelle run for president? Absolutely. I don't think that's going to happen, though. Personally.
Now let's talk about these protests last night. There was thousands of people protesting across the country over this win. I mean, all over the place. New York, Cali, Chicago. It was so many different. We ain't got no audio to that, right? We do? No. Okay.
I love the peaceful protest, but you know what? You shouldn't. You don't show up in mass numbers to protest. You should have showed up in mass numbers to vote. Period.
But what does it mean now?
You're just upset about who's currently going to be president-elect. That's all. As you should be. You don't want that hate in the White House, He's saying he's going to bring people together. There's nothing about him that makes me believe he's going to do that. Nothing he said in his campaign, nothing he's ever done that makes me feel like he really wants to bring the country together. So don't tell me that rhetoric now that you're in the White House.
Well, he's meeting with Barack Obama this morning at 11 a.m. So they're supposed to have a conversation, the transition phase about Barack transitioning out and him transitioning in. His wife will be there as well. So
and everybody's talking about it. Hillary won the popular vote and lost the electoral vote. How does that happen? The short answer is key Democratic voters didn't bother to go vote, while white Republican voters in rural areas of swing states did.
I think they should change that. They'll say the Electoral College. I mean, you're really giving more power to different regions in the U.S. That's what you're doing, pretty much, right?
Yes, because, I actually did some research on this a long time ago, but the U.S. Constitution actually gives rural areas disproportionate power in the political system because the framers of the Constitution didn't want to give any state too much power because rural voters in rural states tend to be whiter than the general population.
But it is the general population, and the president is residing over the general population, not certain areas. You shouldn't give more areas more power. It's the general population. Just my opinion. But hey, who am I?
Hey, DJ. I'm with you. But like I said, it could have worked. It could work for Democrats too. Democratic voters just didn't bother to go vote, while white Republican voters in those rural areas of those swing states did. Right. Simple and plain.
All right, well, that's front page news. Tell them why you're mad. 800-585-1051. If you're upset, you need to vent, call us right now. Maybe you had a bad night, bad morning. You want to get on the phone and just vent a little bit. 800-585-1051. Call us now. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Yeah, I'm mad. I stay mad. I stay angry. I stay heated. I stay pissed off. Tell them why you mad. Breakfast Club, let's go.
I'm mad because there's so many people out here complaining. I went and asked a person yesterday about why they're so mad, and they're like, oh, I didn't even vote. And I just looked at him like, bro, how are you going to say anything if you didn't even vote?
I can't stand those, I hate that Trump is president, but I didn't even cast my vote, guys and girls. I can't stand
you're
them.
irrelevant, man.
Oh, they so whack. That's them woke people that need to get some sleep.
Hello, who's this?
Hey, what up, DJ MV? This is Twin from Boston, man.
Twin, what's up, bro? Tell them why you mad.
Man, I'm mad because people are protesting, man, and it's sad because people need to realize who they are. For example, DJ Khaled says it all the time. They don't want me to get a nice car, so I went and bought a nice car.
What does Khaled have to do with people protesting?
I have no idea.
Because he says they. You guys need to figure out who they are. People that are really running the world. That's when people will understand what's really going on.
Oh, shut up with your World Star Hip Hop conspiracy theories.
Let him talk.
Jesus Christ.
He could vent.
You don't even know who they is. Who's they? They people that run in the world.
Hey, let him talk, man. Let him talk. Hello, who's this?
Lucretia.
All right, Mama. 757. Tell him why you mad.
I'm mad because of the controversial behind the presidential election. I'm not happy with Donald Trump being the president, and I'm not upset about the protests that are going on. I'm happy that for the most part they are peaceful, but I'm upset because I was looking at the on live from the New York, and it was so many people on there saying like negative stuff, and I mean they were primarily white, saying like lynch them, run them over, and stuff like that. And I'm like, y'all are the reasons why there's so many divisions here. Like, black people understand we need white people to do certain things. White people understand we need black people. We need Asians. We need Chinese, Japanese. We need all different types of people
We just
to work
need
together.
good people.
Yeah, it's all about good people linking up. That's it, man. Like it's if you got the same morals and principles as a person and y'all got the same kind of positive energy, link up.
Absolutely.
Everybody else, tell them suck.
All right. Hello, who's this?
Hey, it's the King of Africa. How you doing, MB?
The King of Africa. What's up?
You ain't even vote.
He can't vote.
I'm a citizen, man.
Oh, you're a
I
citizen?
this morning.
Oh, I thought you said you was the King of Africa.
Who did you vote for? You one of them sneaky Trump supporters?
You know, you talk so much about Trump, I'm starting to suspect you, Charlamagne. You know, I went to work yesterday. I was like, all the white people that used to laugh with me before and have lunch with me, I was suspecting all of them. Like, I didn't want to have lunch with nobody. It's like a nightmare. You know, a lot of black people didn't go out to vote too, right?
Yeah,
and
a lot of
them
black
didn't
people
go out
didn't,
to vote. And you know, especially in Cleveland, because I live in Cleveland, and even the fact Cleveland City, Hillary didn't even win Cleveland City. Like, that's just absurd.
Okay, what else? That's all?
I'm just mad. Then the second thing, hey, I got one last thing. All you gangsters out there trying to act tough and be like, oh, you ain't been to prison before, you ain't tough. Do you know how hard it is to be legit out there? Like, do you know how hard? Like, I see a lot of people out there, they're just like, oh, you try to say something, they try to downplay you because they think you haven't seen anything. But
you got to stay away from those type of people, man. No,
shout out to you, MV, and everybody trying to be legit, and shout out to all y'all that live in white neighborhood too. Charlamagne, I know you do.
He does. He does.
I live in a good. I don't know if it's a white neighborhood.
It's a good neighborhood.
I live in a nice neighborhood where I can raise a family and kids. I see more deers than people. Okay.
You do, yeah. I do see more ideas than people, but a majority of the neighborhood is probably Caucasian.
I don't know.
You told me you seen a bunch of Trump signs in the lawn, so you know
that's why I didn't take my daughter trick-or-treating, because it was nothing but Trump pinch signs all in the yard. The moral of the story is, man, you Negroes got to get y'all money up so we can start linking up in these neighborhoods, okay? All right? I don't necessarily want to live around a bunch of Caucasians. I want to live in a diverse neighborhood. I don't care if it's Asian. I don't care if it's black, whatever. But y'all Negroes don't want to get y'all money up. That's what y'all don't want to do that.
I'm getting my money up.
Y'all want to sit around and freaking complain and watch Empire all day.
Didn't you watch that last night?
All right. I did watch Empire last night. All right.
Tell them why you mad. 800-585-1051. You're upset. You need to vent. Call us now. It's the Breakfast Club. God, we are the Breakfast Club. Again, shout to the people that run Brooklyn Rocks. They do a fashion show for the kids. It's usually in the city during Fashion Week, but they did it in Brooklyn yesterday. It was a great turnout. It was for a good cause. Actually, shout to Fabulous. He actually sponsored it and donated a lot of money and a lot of clothes to kids, which I just thought was a dope thing. It was a great experience for the kids to walk the runway last night. So shout to them.
And listen, man, everybody that's, as the numbers start to come in and people start to see who voted and where, like at the end of the day, if you're upset about a Trump presidency and you didn't go out and vote, shut the hell up, okay? Because 47% of all eligible voters chose not to vote at all, period. You know, and when you talk about those, you know, her winning the popular vote but losing the electoral college vote, and people are like, how could that happen? The short answer is simply key Democratic voters didn't bother to go vote, while white Republican voters in rural areas of swing states did. So at the end of the day, whether you want to believe it or not, your votes count. And when you don't vote, they count too.
All right, and don't forget.
So thank you for helping to elect Trump if you didn't vote, but you're upset that Trump's in the White House.
All right, and next hour, who do we have joining us?
We have my man Darius from Atlanta. I think his real name is LaKeith Stanfield. Very funny individual. He's funny on Atlanta. I've never met him in person. Hopefully he's like his character Darius on Atlanta. We'll find out.
All right, and when we come back, we got rumors. I really don't know what Yee is going to be doing in the rumors.
Where is Yee? She overslept?
She overslept, but it's going to be good.
Yee might be a sneaky Trump supporter, man. I'm gonna be honest with you.
She might be, but it's going to be good. It's going to be good. Whatever the rumors is, it's going to be good. So
that means that if you don't know what the hell he about to talk about, but by the time rumor reports start, we're going to figure it out, okay?
Yeah, we all going to figure it out. Hopefully Yee will be here. If not, we're going to talk about a whole lot.
Yeah, right? I don't do rumors. I just give unnecessary, very biased opinions.
All right. When we come back, keep it locked. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Let's get to the rumors. Angela Yee is here.
Hey,
you overslept, boo?
They were just here.
Did you shower?
Of course I showered. I was doing research.
Research on what?
I just wanted to hear the show in real time.
Oh, shut up.
So I left the house.
That's your story. You sticking with it?
Yes.
Okay.
You guys sound great.
Thank you. All right, well, let's get to the rumors. We're talking LeBron James.
This is the Rumor Report with Angela Yee. On the Breakfast Club.
So listen up.
Well, LeBron James felt compelled to do this post about the election because a lot of people are discouraged, right? He said, as I woke up today looking and searching for answers on what has happened, this song hit it right on the head. If we continue the faith, as hard as it may be to do so, we will be all right. Parents and leaders of our children, please let them know they can still change the world for the better. Don't lose a bit of faith. They're our future, and we must remain stronger than ever. He said, yes, we all want to lace up the boots, put on the hard hats, and strike, but that's not the answer. Love, genuine love, and faith will be the only thing that can get us through this. Minorities and women and all, please know that this isn't the end. It's just a very challenging obstacle that we will overcome. And I heard you guys play Hillary Clinton's speech this morning as well, her concession.
Yeah, I mean, the truth of the matter is the head of state can't save you. Same way you can't save these hoes. That's Jesus' job. So everybody just has to keep God first. You got to stay working. You got to spread love. And you got to get this money. Getting this money is the only way you're going to empower yourself at the end of the day.
And he ended it with, lastly, even if who's now in office doesn't, know that I love you. So
that was nice.
Yes.
Nobody in the head of state paying your bills every day. Nobody in the head of state taking care of your kids. You got to do that on your own. Empower yourself.
All right. Michael Ealy was recently on with Steve Harvey.
I saw that yesterday.
And he's talked about his wife gave birth to a baby girl. And he's always been very private about his personal life. So here's what happened with this whole discussion.
I just discovered a whole new love. I was wondering if I could love another child the way as much as I love my son. And what I realized within hours, not only do I love her like just as much, if not more, like it's a special kind of protective love.
You're gonna have to kill a couple boys.
Yeah. Well, you know, I've played some dangerous characters.
All right.
Yeah, I don't have any sons. I'm working on one. Envy got one. I got two girls.
I got 2 sons, 3 daughters.
Is the love different? I'm sure it is.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, your bond between you and your daughter is a stronger bond than you and your son. Just because your son, you're a little tougher on him because you're raising him, because he's a boy. But your daughter is, I mean, that love is like no other.
I wonder if my dad feels that way about me and my brother. I don't
of course he does.
No, your dad never took you to Disney World. I don't think he loves you at all.
He never took him.
Man, you don't love nothing.
But I see that with my homeboys and their sons. Like my homeboy's son will fall. I'm like, he's all right, he's a boy.
But your daughter
falls.
You
like,
would die
what's
trying
up,
to get her.
You okay? You know what I mean? It's a little different.
No, my dad was definitely like, you all right?
Definitely working on the son, though.
Papa Yee.
Might do in vitro. What's the thing called? That's what it's called, right?
When you get to choose?
That's not in vitro.
Build me a boy.
You can
What's
build
the thing called? What's the thing
where
you
you
can
get
build a
to
boy?
choose the baby
I'm not sure
that
what
you
it's
want to
called,
have?
but it's not in vitro.
That's what Chrissy Teigen did in John Legend, where they actually chose the sex of their child.
A lot of people don't like that, but I think it'd be cool to grow a little mutant. You know what I'm saying? Basically.
Stop it. Don't call your child, anybody's child, a little mutant.
They said he wants to
I
call his
wanna
child.
do
He
it.
said he wants a mutant.
Yeah.
I know, but don't call your child a mutant.
I mean, technically, if you picking this the gender.
But have they done this long enough? Because you want to make sure that
No, a lot
it's
of
been
people
done
do it.
long. That
I just don't know. I just want to guarantee I got a boy. If I get another girl, man, I'm just gonna have to hang it up after that. I'm done. But that's what I get for being a hoe all my life.
All right. And speaking of kids, Brad Pitt won a little battle in his child custody war. You know, both him and Angelina Jolie are trying to get custody of the kids. She wants him to have monitored visits because of some type of abuse that was happening with at least one of the kids, because they have 6 children together. But according to the LA County Department of Children and Family Services, they have cleared him of abuse allegations. Everybody has cooperated in the investigation. They said there will be no further action taking place, and they found nothing. So Brad Pitt is trying to get joint custody, and Angelina Jolie is trying to get full custody with him having monitored visits.
Okay.
It probably wasn't abuse, though. I mean, you got with 4 adopted kids, they grow up, start that, you ain't my daddy talk. You know what I'm saying?
You got boys regardless.
Yeah,
Sometimes you got to put a little boy in his place.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean?
Come on now.
Especially if me and mommy's arguing, you step up like you
Come
want
on
something.
now.
I might just have to two-piece you.
Come on now. You ain't my daddy. They don't look nothing alike. Different cultures, all that. Yeah. You might have to jack them up a little bit.
All right. Well, I'm Angela Yee, and that is your rumor report.
We've all been jacked up a little bit. I know my daddy did
gender
it to me.
selection is illegal in Canada. That's why people come to the United States to get it done.
Oh, really?
No, I don't live in Canada, so that
I'm
means
just
nothing
telling
to
you.
me.
You could do it here.
All right, when we come back, we got a special guest in the building. He goes by
I don't
the
know
name
how
of
special
LaKeith.
he is because we don't know if people know him or not. I know him because we all watch Atlanta. Okay.
Okay.
He plays Darius on Atlanta.
And he played Snoop Dogg in Straight Outta Compton.
Nobody cares about that.
Well, that's where they know him
cares?
from as well. His name is LaKeith. We'll talk to him when we come back. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning. It's DJ NV Angela Yee, Charlamagne the God. We are The Breakfast Club. We got a special guest in the building. Goes by the name of LaKeith. Did I say that right?
Yeah,
All right.
that's right.
LaKeith
You probably know him
Stanfield.
better as Darius from ATL, Atlanta.
Oh, he plays Snoop Dogg and Straight Outta Compton.
I ain't like that one now. I love you as Darius, but Snoop was a kind of a stretch.
You see, what it was is me and Snoop, we smoked together.
A word.
Yeah, and then he gave me the okay. It was like, I'm hiding him up. So, do what you gotta do.
You lying?
That's
or you
true.
telling the
How you got the role as Snoop?
Audition for it, man. Like,
Okay.
everybody in the nation. It was like every black male they sent out go audition for it. And,
How did you study for that role? Did you have to study or you?
So, look, I got the role at 10 p.m. at night. And then at 10 p.m. it was like, you got the role, you got to be there at 5 a.m. the next day. So that was my time for prep.
Right.
So I was just listening to Snoop stuff, doing, you know what I mean? And then showed up and went to work.
Do you think you were a good Snoop?
I was happy with what I did. You know what I mean? I wouldn't plaster my face up as the poster child for Snoop. But
You can't play Snoop in every movie.
No,
Okay, got you.
No, but I did. I feel like I did what was necessary. We got the job done.
I guess it was the look. You didn't, you know what I mean? You didn't look
But
like
it was
Snoop.
crazy because everybody kept saying, you don't look like Snoop. You don't look like Snoop. I look at myself every goddamn day in the mirror, and I know what I look like. I know I don't look like the dude,
Yeah.
but I got the role. You know what I mean? So, actually, it's crazy because I was sitting right next to a dude who looked just like Snoop when we was doing an audition process. And I was like, he for sure gonna get the role. I know he gonna get it. So, when they called me back, I was like, okay, cool. You know what I mean?
You were just a better actor.
I was better with the improv.
Now, were you a Snoop fan or not too much?
Not too much. Nah, I
Man,
mean,
you from Cali, ain't you?
yeah.
You not a Snoop fan?
Nah, I remember looking at the Doggy Style album and being young and confused and not knowing whether I was sexually attracted to the dog or what I should.
The dog had a fat ass.
Yeah,
I remember
real
that.
fat. I was like, yo,
I remember.
I'm starting to look at dogs weirdly now.
Yeah.
But I didn't really dive into the music like that. I guess I was too young to understand it, really.
Right.
Well, Atlanta is, I think, for all of us, one of our favorite new shows out right now. Did you know it was going to take off the way that it did? Did you feel like that when you first saw the script, when you talked to Donald Glover?
No, I had no idea. I think really nobody had no perspective for the way it was going to touch us and touch people. So I'm glad.
How did you
I'm
hook up
happy.
with Donald Glover?
I already approached you for the role.
Yeah.
Personally.
Really?
Yeah, I was.
That fire performance was Straight Outta Compton.
You know what? I think that's what it was. I think it was the voice. No, I was at a club and I was actually really drunk, just dancing in this club, and then I bump into somebody like, "Hey, Keith," I'm like, "What's up, man?" I wasn't really looking at him because he had on some nice shoes. They were glittery. So I was looking at his shoes. And then I look up and I'm like, "Oh, this is Donald. It's you, man. Yo, what's up, man? I know who you are." He's like, "Yeah, I think you'd be perfect for this role." And so he sent me the sides, and I do a self-tape audition. Then I do a secondary audition for the network. Then I go to shoot the pilot.
Were you guys cool with each other before that? Did you know him? You didn't even know him?
Nah, I didn't even know.
He knew who you were?
Yeah. He had seen me in another fire performance called Short Term 12, which I'd done in 2013, got nominated for a Spirit Award.
Oh, that's dope.
I remember reading that it took a while between when you did that and then getting your next role.
Yeah.
You had some jobs Like,
yeah, I had some jobs. You gotta have some jobs. You gotta have something when you're out here, you know, trying to come up in the industry. I was broke, so I went to work.
No, you didn't go to school. So how did you get into acting? You didn't go to school. You just was like, I'm gonna try it. And
I don't think you acting. Darius is my favorite character, and I was wondering how close to Darius were you in real life.
Ain't I just like him?
It just seemed like you just like him. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Well, you know.
So how did you get into acting if there was no school or nothing?
I just kind of Google.
You just said I want to be an actor one day, and I'm gonna Google it.
Yeah.
But you had a manager and everything, right? Like, I'm gonna have to make you spit your gum out.
I know what I saw you in. I saw you in Dope, and you died in Selma.
Yeah, that was sad. I almost really died on that thing. I revved up for it. I ran around the building about 17 times just to get, ready for my fate.
To die.
And, yeah. And so I was passing out while we were shooting, and I was coming in and out of consciousness. And so it was just like one of them real hard shoots to do because I couldn't even. And it also, the girl that was playing my mom, she was going through it like my son. Every time she said son, she was spitting. So the spit was like skating on my scalera. It was like right. But I had to keep my eye because I'm dying. You know what I mean? I'm passing out, dying, and spit is just on my scalera. Like
scalera is something in your eye, right?
Yeah, the white part.
Oh.
Well,
the
red part of my eye. I don't know. That's what it's called.
Why did you have to say scalera?
It's specific.
It's in your eye.
Yeah,
we got.
You played.
Try to put us on some new words.
You played. What was his name in Selma? Jimmy Lee.
Yeah,
Jimmy Lee Jackson.
Yeah.
There you go. Okay.
No, I want to get back to you just straight up and down said I'm going to Google. And how did you get auditions? You just Googled auditions too?
Well, I Googled in something along the lines of actory stuff.
You typed in actory. You typed in actory. High as hell. You typed in actory.
High as hell.
Okay.
And so for about 50 pages, I just filled out everything I could find and, tried to get a break some way I could. We went on a lot of dry runs, a lot of things with scams. And at some point, something came through and it was a modeling agency. And it was a runway modeling agency. So
I
learned
how to runway?
Yeah, I learned how to walk the runway for no reason whatsoever.
I see you, Russell Westbrook.
Yeah. But so every other week they would have agents come through. And one week an agent came through and I said, I want to audition for him. They said, you ain't got no material. I don't know if you're. I said, I don't care. I want to audition for him. So they let me come in, jumped up on the table and did whatever I thought was necessary, which was from my mind at that time to pretend like I was a surfer.
All right, come on, you gotta show us. You gotta show us.
This is 30.
Ready?
You gotta do it. Why a surfer?
Totally, dude. Something along the lines of that, dog. And and
what was the role?
It wasn't no role, but I think he really liked. He appreciated my
enthusiasm.
Yeah. And so he was just like, I see something in you. I don't know what it is. I guess it was Darius.
And you worked at a marijuana factory, I heard. Mm-hmm. Really?
What
the hell is a marijuana factory? Like a dispensary?
Well, it was, I guess you could call it a dispensary.
Okay.
But it wasn't, it was just basically this guy knocked out all the walls in his house and was just like raising these little plants.
It was illegal.
You was in a trap house.
It was by all intents and purposes.
Marijuana factory.
No. That just sound better, man.
Yeah, marijuana factory.
No, it was, so he knocked out all the walls and was raising these plants, and it was a beautiful process until the feds kicked the door down and I had to leave. But
did you get arrested?
No, I didn't get arrested. No.
They call that a botanist?
No. It actually didn't even really go down like that.
Yeah.
I had to do something else. So I started working for AT&T.
It wasn't a legal marijuana factory.
No.
Did you steal weed when you was working there?
No, I didn't. No, I didn't want to know.
You weren't trying to incriminate him.
You ain't got to steal no weed because it's everywhere.
That's how they pay you in weed.
It grows.
Yeah.
In the ground.
It grows in the ground.
And you said you used to go
work
at AT&T?
Yeah, I went door to door AT&T, which was my.
That had to be fun.
But then you got fired from that because they found out you had a record.
How you know that?
That's a job.
Shoot, we know everything.
Yeah, I feel like I'm on Narwhal. Yeah. Actually, I did. I got fired that day, and I came back to California. That day I got fired, found out that Short Term 12 was casting again.
So being a sex offender didn't hold you back from like getting jobs and stuff?
When does that ever hold you back? You know what I'm saying?
What do you have on this record, G? What was on the record?
I want you to read me my rap sheet. Since y'all got it.
He had some in and out dealings that, he doesn't like to discuss too much.
Well, no, I was at In and Out one time, and, I figured I didn't really like the burgers too much. So I started going to Burger King.
I'm so confused.
I've been confused. All right, we got more with LaKeith from the show Atlanta, so don't go anywhere. It's the Breakfast Club. DJ MV, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the God. We are the Breakfast Club. We have LaKeith. He plays Darius on the show Atlanta in the building.
Now, you rap too, right?
Yes, I do.
Like in real life?
Mm-hmm.
I know Paperboy said he wasn't a rapper in real life, his character.
Paperboy. All about that paper, boy.
We're wondering, are they ever going to put these songs out for real? Like, that are on
I hope
Atlanta?
so. I really like that song. This is some dope music. I mean, it's just catchy.
They got to
There
go
ain't
out there and
no-
do a soundtrack. Empire do soundtracks. Do an Atlanta soundtrack.
They should. They should.
Do you enjoy the club? Because I know a lot of things have happened for you just from going out, running into people by chance, being in the right place at the right time. In real life, do you enjoy going out, or is it just part of the job?
Part of the job, you know. I can only enjoy the club when I'm blitzed.
Mm-hmm.
I got to be at the bar. I'm like, matter of fact, one of these bottles y'all got back here, I would appreciate.
You want a drink?
If you, henceforth, my friend.
Henceforth.
No, yeah, I gotta be, because otherwise I'm just sitting there and I'm sober. I'm like, this is stupid. Why are these people all getting together, looking at each other? Yeah.
When you met Ava DuVernay, did you know who she was already when she approached you in the club?
It's funny because in the club, I thought she was just a fan because so many people were coming up and appreciated the work.
Ava DuVernay was a fan.
Yeah, and I
dare
was
you,
like,
Keith.
well, I was trying to be generous and just be like, oh, let's take a picture together before she got a chance to ask, because everybody was. I was like, oh, you want to take a picture, darling? And she was like, well, yes. She's so humble and great. And so, she was like, yeah, we'll take a picture. I took a picture. And then about a month later, I came in and auditioned for Selma. They was like, you going to meet with the director. I walked in and seen her. I was like, oh, you that girl I
You the
took
fan.
the picture.
You that woman.
Like, oh, okay.
Ava DuVernay's a woman, man.
Yeah.
Here you go, looking official.
Hell of a
water.
woman.
Okay, let me see you take
Gotta
that
make our
shot.
guests better,
I think
man.
you acting right now. Let me
I
see.
got a lot of drinks, man.
Let me see. We got
got a
bathrooms.
Red Bull,
We got plenty of
water.
bathrooms for you.
I don't know where to start.
Hit with the shot and then chase it
You
with a
didn't
Red
put
Bull.
no nothing in here, man. You sound like you was familiar with that.
I ain't gonna give you nothing that's gonna make you do the mannequin challenge.
That is cool, man. I like that.
I hate
It's
it.
really cool.
Because a lot of people just stuck in life.
Charlamagne, you not going to have a drink with him?
There you go. There you go. Now,
We're righteously
We're
correct.
back.
how long you been drinking?
How long you been drinking?
That's my first drink.
All day? I'm
Thank
talking
you.
about in life. Like when you first
That's
started.
what I'm talking about.
This is the first time he's
Yeah.
ever had a
Man,
drink.
stop it, Keith, man. Why you lying?
Hey, man, I'm not lying. I'm cheating.
Now, how have things changed for you since playing Darius on Atlanta? I'm sure things have been different because the show has been such a big hit, and I know when you go out everywhere, everybody knows who you are.
Yeah, it's nice, man. I'm glad that I could be recognized for something that I feel good about being a part of. Because I could easily be going on trying to duck and die, you know what I mean? But as fate would have it, I've done something that I can be very proud of, that I feel like is a staple now for television and for the culture moving it forward. So I feel good about it when people come up and say, hey, man, can I measure your tree? I'm like, yes, you can measure my tree. You know what I mean?
I see you I read this somewhere that you got a leading role now in a movie where you're playing a Brooklynite.
Yes, sir.
Sir, did you just call me sir?
Yeah, that must have been a strong shot.
That's
That must have been a strong shot.
It's a respectful title.
Who's this Asian man I'm talking to?
Have you ever been to Brooklyn?
Yeah, I have.
been to
Yeah,
Brooklyn?
yeah. I lived there for a little while. Yeah, it's called Crown Heights, and I play a dude named Colin Warner, which is a real guy who spent 30 years in prison for a murder he didn't commit.
How old is he supposed to be? But they got you playing. Listen, you gotta start drinking more water, bro. If you playing somebody who was in prison for 30 years,
Well, see, they aged me up. It started at, when I shave all this off, man, I'll come up and I'll do the cover. But then they put all the facial hair, so they aged me up for 30 years. It was a real complicated role to play.
Gotcha. How
old are you
actually,
again, bro?
I'm 25. Yeah.
20.
So-
yeah, you definitely need to drink more water. Open that water now. Open the water, man.
You know what? I'm gonna offer it to you. You seem to be so concerned.
I tried it. I just like,
I forgot. You got your facial situation
Yeah,
figured out.
I do.
This is true.
I had to get me a dermatologist. I stay away from the alcohol, all that stuff.
Yeah, righteous, brother.
When you're acting, do you find yourself having to be in character even when you're not on set?
I find it easier just to sort of segue into it if I'm already there. So for me, I come in just there.
That's what they call method acting, right? I remember somebody saying that.
Maybe.
He didn't go to acting school.
Yeah, but it's not like you being typecasted, though. Because the Selma role is a totally different role. This Brooklyn role sounds like it's something totally different. Darius is Darius. It don't sound like they typecasting you. It sound like you got some range.
Yeah, well, I hope that I'd be able just to just play real people. If it's a real person and a real story, I hope that I can exist in that story. I'm interested in storytelling, not pandering to people's ideas about how things should look.
Yeah.
And this is sort of the idea behind Atlanta. You know, when we got together with Donald and everybody, we huddled and said, we're just gonna make this real. We're not gonna try to say nothing profound necessarily. We're just gonna say what's actually going on. This is a real perspective, and do what you will with it. You know what I'm saying? So, man, I'm interested in doing that in my career as well. It's like I'm a chameleon, so I'm interested in, you know, existing in a lot of different places.
That's real, because I was watching the season finale of Atlanta last night. I just got to it last night. And the whole episode was about him losing his jacket. That's a real scenario. And it's just little things like, man, we can go get some Jamaican food if we're going on that side of town. Like little stuff like that. It's like, yo, that's really what happens.
Yeah. You know, it's crazy because on the ground in Atlanta, I hadn't existed in that place as long as I did until we did the show. And once I did, I was like, you know, a lot of this stuff is real. Like the guy hanging out there outside the club, and he's like, I'll watch your car for you while you go in the club.
Yeah.
The dude with the lights, that's a real thing. I got outside of Magic City. There was literally a dude sitting out there. It was like, I'll watch your car. I had to be like, I'm good, because I seen you. It was in the script that I did. I just did that episode, but it's a real thing. So things you see in the show is like really the zeitgeist in the space of Atlanta.
Like even the promoter trying to duck you when you're trying to get your money.
Yeah.
And you're like, where did he go? I can't find him.
All right, we got more with Darius from Atlanta, or his real name, LaKeith. When we come back, keep it locked. It's the Breakfast Club. That's in the building. He goes by the name of LaKeith. He plays Darius on the show Atlanta.
That's an interesting hat, man. What is that? It says Atlanta?
Yeah.
And what else?
It's the coordinates of Atlanta.
That looks like the rainbow flag.
Maybe.
And it's Atlanta. So
brown, gold, and blue.
Oh. Don't it like the rainbow flag?
From here it does.
Yeah.
You can't even see it.
Not even there.
Atlanta is one of the gayest cities in the world.
That's cold.
I mean, that's true, though.
Is it?
That's why we all party there so much.
Don't worry, it'll be reflected in the script next season when Donald write in a.
Oh no, that was already reflected in the script this season. Remember when he went to jail, the men's side of the prison?
Oh yeah, I remember that.
And he was like, oh, yeah.
That was funny, man. Shout out to Luke Forbes, man. That dude, he's hilarious.
Y'all already started working on season 2?
Nah, we didn't start yet.
But you guys have been approved already for another 2 seasons.
We got another season. I'm so excited because I love working on this show. It's like constantly revealing things to me. This character is so open-ended that like I don't know what he's gonna do next.
Is he gonna get a love interest ever?
I hope so.
Because I don't never see him laid up
Darius
with nobody.
Selena.
That'd be fun. A gay scene? Would you do a gay scene?
Because it is Atlanta.
It's Atlanta.
No, it is Atlanta, Darius. Darius might get real high in the club.
You know what? If it makes sense, yes, I would. Okay. If it's a real scene and it makes sense, and if you're doing it just to be like, oh, we're gonna be gay and it's funny, nah. But if it makes sense and it's a real character, as I said before, I'm interested in playing real characters. And there's really gay people who are real men, real women. So if I'm playing a real role, I'll do that. Yeah.
So you do a kissing scene and all that?
Yeah.
Are you worried about being like, I don't know if the word's typecasted, but people just knowing you as Darius, like wherever you go, Darius, because you can have those iconic roles, but that's all people know you as.
Yeah, no, I'm not worried about that. I got a couple tricks up my sleeve.
All right.
How about your rapping career now? Is that at the forefront at all for you? And what's your rapper name?
I guess Moors will be the entity that I've sort of designed for my music. But I guess I exist under the same name that I exist under. Trippy thing, balancing the career of acting with that. So, I kind of just have to find time for it. Like I've been, now that Atlanta, sort of us shooting it has been pushed back, I've gotten more time to like work on the music. And before then I was just going boo, 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 consistently just working. And so now I need to block out time to actually work on the music. So now I get that space now to just actually dive into it. Cause I'm not the type of person who just wakes up and I'm inspired. You know what I mean? Like right. There are things that come to me and I'm inspired in the moment, different things that happen. So it's a process for me. So with Moors, I'm just really taking my time with it, making sure I'm saying exactly what I want to say and I'm being real.
Would you like to leave us with some bars?
Yeah, I was gonna say, can you spit, boss?
Yes. It's that runaway Django. Been done away with that same old age-old horse exclaim go. Vibrating at the speed of a gyrating skeezer to get it popping on the swipe of a Visa. Cigarette and Cobra drinking monolithic Mona Lisa. Groovy music coming through and thrusting your speakers. Chucking the meek up off the edge of my meteor. Out of the reach of thinking that shit's for people. Roll up the greenish reefer, but Khalifa, I got that fire like Mother Teresa's demon, capiche? 13 vision, ain't no way you can see it. That mastery of algorithm I compute in my sleep. Zoom past doofus ass blacks and do-rags and slap a master with that cancer flash. Arachnid like the way these patterns line up. My mind's an isotropically balanced cipher. Suck on my siphon. Longer than white men. Sound bites to your ink is how you turn into Tyson. Burning the mic, she's like a virgin that tight that make tracks drip something burgundy like. Bills looking right because I don't break them, I make laws and burn down courthouses high off of baseball. Sliding in safe, this rape raw and infinite like my 96 Eminem and 8 balls. Pause.
That's it?
What you want, more?
You know how to pray?
Nah.
You spit something.
I don't rap.
He used to rap.
His rap name was Dizzy Van Winkle.
It fits.
Well, there you have it. It's LaKeith.
Charlamagne is mean.
He is.
I love you as Darius.
It's the Breakfast Club, bro. Come on.
Hey, man.
It's not just the role he's playing.
The Breakfast Club.
Yeah, Charlamagne the God. We are the Breakfast Club.
Hey, yo, happy belated born day to our guy Dre, man, a.k.a. Logic, who runs the boards for us on 103.5
Happy
The
birthday,
Beat, Miami.
Logic.
What up, Dre?
Yesterday was his born day. I forgot to salute him yesterday, man. Salute to my guy Dre. That's my fellow comic book head right there.
Okay. All right, well, let's get to the rumors. We're talking... What are we going to talk?
Love and hip hop.
Love and hip hop. Let's go.
It's about time.
What's going on?
Rumor report. Rumor report. This is the Rumor Report
Talk to him.
with Angela Yee on the Breakfast Club.
Well, they just put out a really short trailer for the newest season of Love and Hip Hop New York. That's season 7. And you can see from the trailer that Joel Santana and Kimbella will be joining this season. Check it out.
I sacrifice. It's time to really just do what I do.
You're gonna have your career. I wish you 1,000%.
I just want to know how to be cheated.
Welcome to New York, bitch.
Love and Hip Hop returns Monday, November 21st at 8, only on VH1.
Now, Cardi B is back, because at one point we didn't know that she would be back for sure. Also, Snoop, Felicia Pearson from The Wire. Even though she's from Maryland, she is going to be on this season with her girlfriend as well. Now, there's also some other additions to the cast. From what I'm reading, they're saying that Sophie Green, and we know her from MTV too. She's also an artist. She's
Sophie gonna be on Love and Hip Hop?
Sophie gonna be on Love and Hip Hop.
Drop one of Clues Bombs with Sophie Green. That's the homie right there.
You knew that.
I had no idea. I swear to
No,
God.
I don't think you knew. I don't think you knew. I just found out like a couple days ago.
I had no idea.
All right. Well, they're also saying that Young B is back, Mariah Lynn is back, and Peter Guns and Tara and Amina Butterfly as well. So we'll see what other things are happening.
Sophie, I better not see you fighting on no damn Love and Hip Hop, girl.
Well, you
and
know.
no collaborations with Safari. Oh, that's a different Love and Hip Hop.
That's a different Love and Hip Hop.
Yeah, that's not.
Okay.
But they could cross.
All right.
Yeah, they cross all the time. All right. According to reports on Radar Online, they are saying that Kim Kardashian and Kanye West are having some issues. Kanye doesn't know how to handle Kim right now. He can't deal with it anymore. He's at his breaking point. He's frustrated. He kind of thought Kim would be over this whole robbery situation by now. And they're saying that Kim has just become colder, more distant ever since that whole incident where she was held and robbed at gunpoint. They're saying that she might need to get some treatment or some type of therapy.
Yeah. That's a traumatic experience.
Of course it
You
is.
can't just tell somebody get over that.
Not
Right.
at all.
I mean, unless you're from the hood. You're like, people get robbed every day, B. All right? Kim ain't used to that.
Right. So hopefully they work through it if that's really what happened. All right. Martin Shkreli. We all know this guy as the obnoxious guy who bought the Wu-Tang Clan album for $2 million.
He bought the AIDS pill and was selling it for like mad money, right?
Right. He had the company that had that, and he had the price go up like 1,000%. Anyway, he said that if Donald Trump won the U.S. presidency, he would share some tracks with people online of the new Wu-Tang album, and he went on Periscope and did just that.
So yeah, that's the intro. Any of you guys that like the Wu-Tang Clan have those kind of hype you up kind of intros about, and they have the old Chinese.
I don't know if I want to hear his descriptions of the Wu-Tang album, but he did go ahead and stream that. He could do whatever he wants.
I thought part of the contract was he couldn't.
No, he bought it. He owns it. He could do whatever he wants.
Oh, I thought part of the contract he wasn't allowed to play it like that.
He can do anything.
He only could keep it to himself and people around him, not play it nationally like that.
Well, what are they going to do? He paid $2 million for it, right?
I guess you're right.
All right, and Drake has been lavishing presents on Taylor Swift's cat, her kitty cat. Taylor Swift is very big on her.
Yuck.
What?
Just
Yuck
the
what?
thought of Taylor Swift's cat is disgusting.
No, they're saying that he bought Benson and Gray a whole lot of presents, basically an entire supply store's worth of accessories. And he's also going to get her a designer bag so she can put her cats in the bag when she's traveling.
That's a different kind of tricking. That's a different kind of tricking, and that's a different kind of money. Those are the type. See, Drake one of them dudes that pay attention to the details. Like men will buy something for the woman. No, I'm gonna buy something for the cat because I know you care about that.
Absolutely.
Cat. I'm gonna buy your cat a bag.
But what can he buy? He can't buy her anything. He can't buy her a car, a plane. Like she has everything, so you got to buy her something like that. She has it all.
That's just different, though. That's just paying attention to the details.
You want to take care of me, take care of my cat.
That's actually a good little trick, fellas. You might need to write that one down. Now, I'm take that from the Beige Playbook right there. Buy something for a girl's pet.
There you go.
That's a little different.
I was actually pet shopping again yesterday. They have this cute bag that you can put the dog in. It's called not a Birkin bag, but a barking bag.
Why do you want to buy a dog so bad? You're always on the road. You're always moving. I don't know. All right.
They're cute.
Yeah, but ain't nothing wrong buying a girl something for her pet. Now, her kids don't do that because then she's going to think that y'all real serious. Unless, of course, y'all are serious. If it's just something you smashing and you want to do something nice for her, buy something for her pet, but ignore the kids. Drop one of Clues bomb for that great logic. That was amazing. I'm not going to lie.
That was awful.
No, it wasn't. Trust me.
So you're saying don't buy for the kids?
You said ignore the kids.
Because if you buy something for the kids, then she's going to think that y'all real serious.
You got to read to the kids, though.
I do know somebody who said,
no.
I thought that he was in love with me because he bought my son some sneakers.
Boom. That's what I'm telling you. She ain't going to think that if you're going to buy the dog something. She's just going to think that you're a really nice guy who pays attention to detail.
What if it's your kid's birthday?
Huh?
Could he buy a birthday present for your kid?
Depends what kind of relationship y'all got, man. I'm telling you, if it's just something you smash and ignore her kids, man, I'm telling you.
Ignore the kids.
Ignore the kids, bro.
That's so mean.
Don't do it. No, she gonna think.
Can you read children's books to the kids?
No, definitely don't do that. You definitely do that, you gonna get phone calls. I thought you left me. You told me you was the one.
You're sounding too specific. All right, well, I'm Angela Yee.
That's your
save me. Rumor report.
You good?
You had a flashback?
No. I mean, everything I ever speak on is either experience that I've experienced or somebody real close to me has experienced. That one was something that somebody real close to me experienced.
All right.
Drop one of Clues bombs for me. You can't catch me, bro. I'm out here.
I ain't mad at you. I ain't mad at you. High five, long distance.
Somebody in his seat experienced that before.
Come on, don't snitch, G.
That's not true. I never experienced that.
All right, good. Gentlemen.
Yes.
He keeps a straight face, too, doesn't he?
I'm telling the truth.
All right, I didn't say nothing.
You think that face is straight?
Gay face. You think that face ain't straight. You got a gay face.
All right. Who are you giving that donkey to, man?
Listen, donkey today is going to Stephen A. Smith. He needs to come to the front of the congregation. We'd like to have a word with him, please.
Okay.
Yes.
We'll get into that when we come back. Keep it locked. This is The Breakfast Club. Goodbye.
Charlamagne, say the gang, don't get other shade, man.
You are a donkey.
It's time for Donkey of the Day.
Donkey of the Day does not discriminate.
I might not have the song of the day, but I got the donkey of the day.
So if you ever feel I need to be a donkey, man, hit it with the hero.
Yes, the Breakfast Club, bitches.
Who's donkey of the day today?
Yeah, Donkey of the Day for Thursday, November 10th goes to Stephen A. Smith. Now, always remember that Donkey of the Day is my opinion, but if you disagree, we can always have the discussion via the radio or social media. Follow me on Twitter, CTHagod, CTHagod, on Instagram, same thing. Now, I've given Stephen A. Smith Donkey of the Day before. He's a person that I agree with sometimes, and sometimes I don't, but I respect the fact he's not afraid to express his opinion regardless of who gives a damn about that said opinion. I can relate well. Yesterday on First Take, Stephen A. Smith decided to give his opinion on Colin Kaepernick not voting in this year's presidential election. Let's hear what he had to say.
Quite frankly, I hope he goes away. He's lucky to be in the league right now. And him of all people, because of the position he took, because of the attention he brought to the issues, the fact that you don't even have the decency to go to the polls and activate yourself in this election, as our president said, is a damn shame. As far as I'm concerned, everything he said meant absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. I don't want to hear another damn word from him. Nothing.
Stephen A. Smith, you sound slightly foolish to me. For him not to vote, as far as I'm concerned, everything he said meant absolutely nothing. You want to discredit everything he has took a stand for because he didn't vote? Did I exercise my right to vote? Absolutely. Do I think everyone should exercise their right to vote? Yeah, if you want to. If you don't, will I judge you? Maybe. But I understand why some people would choose not to vote for various reasons. But in the case of Colin Kaepernick, why would I ever expect him to vote? Colin Kaepernick doesn't participate in the national anthem, so why on earth would he participate in the national election? Kaepernick spoke out against both and Trump after the first presidential debate. Remember he said this? You remember this?
Did you watch the presidential debate, and what did you think?
Watched a little bit of it. To me, it was embarrassing to watch that these are our two candidates. Both are proven liars, and it almost seems like they're trying to debate who's less racist. And at this point, you have to pick the lesser of two evils, but in the end, it's still evil.
So why would he be voting? I just don't understand getting upset at people for things I fully expect them to do. I fully expected Colin Kaepernick to be one of the 46.9% of eligible voters who didn't vote. And Colin says he doesn't regret sitting out the presidential election. He told reporters Wednesday, I've been very disconnected from the systematic oppression as a whole. So for me, it's another face that's going to be the face of that system of oppression. And to me, it didn't really matter who went in there. The system still remains intact that oppresses people of color. I understand it. I didn't even need the explanation because, once again, if the man already has spoken out against both presidential candidates and doesn't stand for the national anthem, why would I expect him to participate in national elections? But the reason Stephen A. Smith is getting donkey today is because how are you just going to dismiss Colin Kaepernick's stance that he took because he didn't vote? Colin has spoken out against police brutality and injustice to certain communities, particularly minorities in America. And because he didn't vote, you want to discredit everything he stood for by not standing? You're just going to try to wipe away all that work he put in? What logic does that make? Now, should someone making a stance on police brutality vote locally or on who's the police commissioner or chief of police, the sheriff? Sure. Or if the presidential candidates had some real legit stance on police reform, then yes, Colin would look absolutely crazy sitting out. But in this case, not so much. You know who else didn't vote? Malcolm X. Go Google Malcolm X, the Ballad of the Bullet, and see what his stance was on voting. Does it discredit anything else Malcolm X ever said or did because he didn't vote? No, it doesn't. So why would you discredit what Colin Kaepernick is raising awareness to? If you want to chastise Colin Kaepernick for not exercising his right to vote, fine. But don't try to discredit all the work he has put in raising awareness to police brutality because of it. Give Stephen A. Smith the biggest hee-haw, please. Like, if you're mad at Colin for not voting, cool, but don't say everything that, he said thus far means nothing.
Discredited everything.
Yeah, no, don't discredit the work he's put in because he didn't vote.
Right.
No.
All right. Well, thank you for that donkey today, sir.
Mm-hmm.
When we come back, ask Yee, 800-585-1051. If you need some relationship advice, you can call Yee right now. She'll put you live on the air and help your ass out. All right, 800-585-1051. Call Yee right now. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning, everybody. It's DJ MV Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. It's time for Ask Yee. 800-585-1051. If you got a question for Yee, you can call her right now. Hello, who's this?
This is Marla.
Hey, Marla. Good morning. Where you calling from?
Hi, how are you, Marla?
Detroit. What up, though? What's your question for Yee?
Well, I'm just trying to see. I'm 32 and I'm single. And I'm looking for some, decent men, and it's hard to find out here. So, any suggestions?
All right. So you're ready to settle down and be in a relationship?
Yeah, a serious one. Not I don't play around.
I think, what's funny? So I was with somebody that I do business with the other day. Two people, as a matter of fact, just recently told me they were looking to get in a relationship. One is a guy. He said he works all the time. And he's like, it's really hard for me to find somebody because all I do is work and I really don't like to go out. And then the other person that I was talking to, she just recently got a divorce after being married for 8 years. And she's like, I just need to get back out there. Now, let me ask you this. Do you go out or do you make any effort to meet people?
Yeah, I do make an effort. I actually tried online. That was a little bit crazy for me. And I will go out. I'm not a hermit or anything like that, but it just seems like people don't want to be in relationships. They just want to hook up, and I'm not about that.
I would say a couple of things that have always worked from my experience has been recommendations from your friends. Sometimes you have to tell people, if you know any nice guys, it would be great if you could just hook me up, because I feel like that's a safer thing. It's never obviously a sure shot. But people ask me all the time, do you know anybody good? And my friend I told you who just got divorced, I already hooked her up to go on a date with somebody who's a pretty good catch. So if it works out, it works out. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But I do think you should let people know that you're cool with. If you know anybody, let me know. Sometimes we feel embarrassed, putting ourselves out there like that. But we all know single people, and people come to me all the time and they're like, hey, do you have any friends? I'd love to go on a date. So I think you should do that. Have you asked any of your friends or coworkers?
Yeah, I do ask my friends. A lot of them, they tell me the guys aren't good enough. So I don't know what that means, they're saying, I don't want to hook you up with him because he's no good. I'm like, okay, well, damn.
Sometimes we also don't look at people that don't meet the qualifications that we feel like we have in our mind. And sometimes we have to give people a chance that maybe we wouldn't have given a chance ordinarily. Like your friends might be like, well, I know you want a guy that's like this, this, and that, so he's not going to meet those qualifications. Also, if you have friends that are in relationships, a lot of times they're dating guys who have friends that they could be like, okay, my homegirl's looking for somebody, do you have any friends that we could maybe go on like a little group outing?
Okay.
But yeah, definitely just always put it out there. And I'm glad that you tried online dating because I do know a lot of people that have been successful. I've heard a lot of horror stories also. But I would say I do know people who have gotten married, in that way too. And I think sometimes even with your friends, like just make sure y'all plan trips and go places together. You could leave Detroit also because maybe you'll end up being in a long distance relationship. But in general, just go out and do things that interest you because if you do things that you're interested in and other, like even going to a class or learning how to do something you've never done before that you've always wanted to learn how to do, you can meet some like-minded people in environments like that are worth your time.
Okay. All right. Well, thank y'all very much.
All right. No problem. Good luck.
Good luck, Mama.
I'm going to be in the D soon, too, because I'm going to be there for Coach for Kids. So.
Okay. All right. That's good.
All right. So maybe I'll see you out there.
Maybe you will.
Okay. Ask Yee. 800-585-1051. If you got a question for Yee, call her right now. It's The Breakfast Club. Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. We're in the middle of Ask Yee. 800-585-1051 if you got a question for Yee. All right, Clarissa, what's your problem?
So my question is, I've been with my boyfriend for a year now, a little over a year. Everything's fine. He has 2 kids. I have no kids.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, his family seems to be inviting his ex-girlfriend / baby mother to events.
Right.
Also, events that I am not being invited. Now, I've not necessarily had a problem with the family or anything like that, but I want to know, is this the girlfriend in me that's jealous, or at some point, is it okay that they, stop including her on everything if it does not involve the child, if it's not a kid's event or anything like that?
Yeah, I mean, I guess, how long was he with his children's mother?
8 years.
All right, so they're probably used to her. He does have 2 kids with her, so the family probably has a level of comfort. But it's a little bit selfish because they are making you uncomfortable.
Right, because it's kind of like, at what point do you guys try to get used to me if you are still stuck on her? Like,
so do they have you there at the same time that she's there?
No, we don't get invited to the same event at the same time.
Okay, so what does he say about this?
As far as he's concerned, he says that he's not okay with it, but he has a lot of women in his family, so he feels like just to keep less arguments, he doesn't want to argue, but he has expressed that to them, but they kind of do whatever they want.
Okay, well, I would tell him this because it's not really a matter of having an argument over it, but he should tell them, look, I need my girlfriend to come, and I feel like this. Why aren't you invited if she's there too?
Right. I feel like it's got to be a problem with him also. Like, maybe he's not expressing to them the way he is, like the way he says he expressed it to them to me. Like,
maybe you would be more comfortable if you went to these events as well.
Like last weekend, not last weekend, but the weekend before, they went all to surprise his sister in another state or whatever. I found out very last minute that his ex-girlfriend was there.
Mm-hmm.
And he didn't tell me that.
Do you think that there's anything going on between them still?
I don't think there's anything going on with them. I just think that he's not being strong and stern on letting his family know
he's being a pushover. He's being a pushover.
Right. I think he's not letting them know, like, listen, I'm with a new woman, and I understand that you guys have respect for my ex, but please understand that I'm with someone else. I don't mind the ex being around. I just don't think it's necessary for her to be around for
all the time.
Exactly. It's kind of a line of respect. So I just keep hearing when I ask friends, like, oh, you don't understand, you don't have kids, and it's like, okay, but at what point do it stop?
All right, I feel like this. Is she respectful towards you? Like, have you met her? Do y'all have any type of relationship where, because the kids might be around him and you at the same time? Do you know his child's mother?
I don't know her personally, no, but I know people who do know of her.
Does she seem like she's respectful to you?
Like I said, I don't know her. I don't know.
Okay. Well, he needs to make sure that y'all know each other if he's in this for the long haul. So I would tell him, listen, I understand you have children. I don't have any. So you're right. I don't know what that's like, but I'm not comfortable with her coming to things and I'm not invited because she's there. I think that if we want this blended family to work, when you guys have events, you should make a point of making sure that I'm there as well.
And his answer was, when we had this conversation, was, I'm just not going to go to any of my family events until they get the picture. It's either me or her. And I'm like, that's going to make me look bad because they're going to immediately think you're not coming because of your new girlfriend.
Right. You should tell him, no, I don't want you to not go see your family. I don't want you to not go to the events. And he should make sure, and you said he has told his family and they should be aware of this, but he should be very stern and, okay, you guys are going to keep inviting her to things. If you keep inviting her, I'm definitely bringing my girlfriend. I'm not going to readjust my life and my relationship because you want to continue to have a relationship with my child's mother. And I think it's good that everybody can potentially get along. So you have to go in there open-minded. I know it's going to be a little bit weird for you at first, but you need to make sure that he brings you. Just tell him I'm not comfortable and I don't want you to not be with your family, but just bring me. I'm going to be cool. We're going to be chill. As long as she's chill, that's what's going to make me feel better. And maybe everybody will get the picture. She might not want to come anymore.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If you're there, she might be like, all right, this is awkward. I'm just not going to come. Or she might be more comfortable knowing you, having you around the kids. Because that's a weird thing, too, for somebody when they have kids to have somebody that doesn't know their kids and she don't know you, you know?
Right. Okay. Thanks, guys.
All right, good luck.
Thank you. Bye.
All right. Ask Yee, 800-585-1051. If you got a question for Yee, you can call her anytime. Now, Yee, we got rumors on the way?
Yes, let's talk about this Tupac biopic. There's been some back and forth between John Singleton and L.T. Hutton, who actually produced the movie now. We'll tell you what's going on with that.
Okay, we'll get into all that when we come back. Keep it locked. It's The Breakfast Club. The Breakfast Club.
Hey, just want to remind y'all that Donald J. Trump is our president-elect.
Thanks.
Just wanted to ruin your day.
We didn't know that. Thanks. Mm-hmm. Well, let's get to the rumors. Let's talk that Tupac movie.
Listen up. It's just in. All the gossip. The Rumor Report. Gossip. With Angela Yee.
It's the Rumor Report.
The Breakfast Club.
Well, John Singleton is talking about the Tupac movie. He was on a panel at Complex Con, and they asked about the movie because, originally he was supposed to produce that movie. He said, I did the research, which was talking to everyone around him who lived it and selectively piecing together their memories and my memories, because everyone wants to make Pac who they wanted him to be. They want to make the Tupac story that involves them and not the Tupac story. I did a great script. I thought they were going to go forward with it, but because I'm so mouthy and opinionated, some people don't like to work with a black man in Hollywood who has an opinion. I knew they weren't going to make a good movie at all, and they didn't. Right. He said, I told the company, if y'all MFers want to do this, you got to get the F out my face and let me do this movie. His soul wasn't going to rest unless this film was done right. They want to make that Tupac story that involves them. So he didn't even see All Eyes on Me, but he feels that it is
trash.
A great movie. Well, L.T. Hutton, who did produce the movie, has responded. Now, he went on social media. He said, let me say this. There is way more to putting out a film than just saying, what's the release date? Where is the trailer? Hollywood will not be allowed to mess this film up. So that means as long as it takes, the negative BS people can do all the lame-ass interviews they want and can't mess this film up. Here's what he had to say.
There is no November release date. The release date is coming very soon. I'm going to make that announcement, but we never had the release date. We never set a release date. The film, we just wanted it to be perfect. We not just going to go with any company that wants to just cut this down, move this around just because they say so.
Now, by the way, timing is everything. This would have been a great year to release that movie. Isn't it the 20th anniversary of Tupac's?
Right. Well, it just didn't work out for the timing. What can you do?
That is true.
Is what he's saying. Now, he also went on to post, Tupac wrote his own story and I made this film in his voice. It's about Tupac, not about me, not a company, not about a director, Tupac point blank. And he said a lot of people worked very hard on making this happen and still working. This Hollywood-ish gone somebody whole mouthpiece knocked off.
Listen, man, drop one of Clues bombs for John Singleton. The reason I'm dropping one of Clues bombs for him is because he is very in tune with how people operate out here. I don't have to watch something to say if it's classic or trash and not. Salute to Jesus and Mero. Okay? If I don't like something, if I feel it in my gut before I even see it, I can say I don't like it.
You gotta see it.
That's the way this era rolls.
You can't do it.
You should see it
to make an opinion.
Hey.
What?
He's just reflecting the energy of the times we live in.
All right. Now, Miley Cyrus has gone on social media after it was announced that Donald Trump will be the next president. And
I haven't even seen it, but this video's trash.
Clearly, she's very disappointed. She's crying and everything.
Happy hippies, we adjust and we accept everyone who they are. And so, Donald Trump, I accept you. And this hurts to say, but I even accept you as the president. But please just treat people with love and treat people with compassion and treat people with respect. Thank you, Hillary, for inspiring all.
The video is trash. I didn't know. I just knew it was trash. I'm like, no.
Shut up,
I'm not accepting Donald J. Trump as president. I'm just not doing it. It's trash.
Yeah,
I do want him to treat people with love and respect, but I'm not accepting him as president. It's trash. That was trash. I'm fresh.
All right. Now,
Know what you got, people.
Kelly Ripa has revealed something about herself, and she talked about a Botox job that didn't go quite as expected. Now, she went on her show, and she said she got Botox to avoid resting bitch face, and that kind of went left.
I got bad Botox about, what was it, a year ago? And it was bad. And it did something to my good side. So then I had two bad sides.
Oh, no.
No, I'm not kidding. But there was about a 6-month period where people were like, what's wrong with Kelly? She doesn't smile anymore. And I'm like, I am smiling.
That's the scary thing. You never know what's going to happen when you try to do anything to your face. You might say, let me get this Botox, get rid of these wrinkles so my face looks younger and fresher, but then you might not be able to smile.
I knew that story was going to be trash, too. And the reason I knew that was going to be trash is because I do not care about rich white people problems, okay? I just don't care.
You know, on the real though, people be having Botox parties. Like they have people come and do Botox injections at their house. All those things are not very safe. I hear people having things like this all the time.
Well, that's why they getting bad Botox then. People at the party. I don't want nobody partying while you putting needles in my face.
But
Put the drink down.
I don't think the doctor has liquor.
Oh.
I hope not.
Still, I'm sitting there.
It might not even be a doctor, Envy, doing these injections when
Yeah,
people have these parties.
You're
Pretty illegal. I don't know if a doctor would want to do that.
You
but-
get a needle in your face and your song come on. So you're like, oh, your body just moved and you don't even know it. Next thing you know, you got Botox in your freaking nostrils.
Right, but you never know how your body's going to react.
True.
So you got to be careful with that, okay? And that is your rumor report. I'm Angela Yee.
All right. Thank you, Miss Yee. Up next is the People's Choice Mix. You want to hear something at DJ Envy? Hit me up right now. I got your request. Revolt. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Everybody else, get in your request for the mix. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Because he didn't vote, please give Stephen A. Smith the biggest hee-haw. Like, if you're mad at Colin for not voting, cool, but don't say everything that, he said thus far means nothing.
Discredited everything.
Yeah, like, no, don't discredit the work he's put in because he didn't vote.
Right?
No.
All right. Well, thank you for that donkey today, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Up next, the positive note, don't go anywhere, is the Breakfast Club. And again, shout out to everybody that put on Brooklyn Rocks. It was a fashion show last night that Fab was one of the sponsors, and I think Fab gave a lot of money to his organization, which helps kids.
I saw your daughter jumped off the stage.
Yeah, you see that?
That was cute.
She didn't know. She got to the end and was like, what am I going to do?
She
just going to
jumped
jump
off the stage.
She still had her hand on her hip, and then they put it back on, and she still had her hand on her hip the whole time.
It was cute.
So shout out to all the kids. Shout out to Fab. Shout out to CC Sabathia. Shout out to Derek Jeter. Shout out to Angela Simmons. I ran into all those individuals last night. It was a great event for some great kids.
Speaking of giving, it's this woman. Well, people out of town don't know, but you come through a tunnel in New York called the Highland Tunnel, and right before you get to the 1 to 9, it's always this homeless lady that's out there.
Right.
And one time I gave her $40, and then when I gave her the money, like she was like really happy, and her exact words was, "It's always the black people," because she's white. And she's like, "It's always the black people who look out. White people are so selfish, right?" And yesterday I saw her, and I'm like, "Oh, that's my girl." So I reach in my wallet, all I had was hundreds. Now I'm stuck at this point because all I got is hundreds.
And she's right at your car because she knows.
So I gave her 100, and she's like, "Is it fake, isn't it?" And I go, "No." And then she goes, "Oh my God!" And she started crying and pulled out a phone and called somebody to tell them that she just got $100. That was confusing. That's why everybody keep telling me on social media that it was an Obama phone.
No, maybe it was an Obama.
But it still was confusing. It was a tad bit confusing.
Well, she needed money to pay her bill.
It's just confusing. A homeless person, like she's homeless too. I'm talking about like homeless.
Without a home.
Yes.
She called her daughter?
I don't know who she called. I'm like, who are you calling? Like,
accountant.
My thing is, if you can call somebody to tell them you got $100, clearly this person has a place to stay. Are you calling the other homeless person? Like,
Maybe, I don't know.
I don't know. But salute to this young lady.
Okay.
Yes.
Did you get her name?
No, I don't know her name.
Get her name
her
next
number.
time so we can really shout her out.
You know what? She might be able to hear it. She probably got that.
She can hear it on the phone.
She got a phone,
She got the
so I don't know.
iHeartRadio
Ain't no
app.
telling what else she got.
She got the app.
You're right.
All right. When we come back, we got the positive note. Don't go anywhere. It's the Breakfast Club. Angela Yee, Charlamagne the God. We are the Breakfast Club. Now, shout to LaKeith. He plays Darius in Atlanta. He played Snoop in Straight Outta Compton.
Nobody cares about him playing Snoop and Straight Outta Compton.
What is that on your eyelid, man?
I don't know. I can't see
It
my
looks like
eyelid.
a crumb.
You gonna wipe it off?
Oh, it might be like I'm eating a protein bar.
There you go. All right. Well, leave us on a positive note.
Drugs.
Positive note is simply this. Some people will hate you simply because they see you enjoying the success they don't have from the work they haven't done. F them.
Breakfast Club, bitches.
Y'all finished or y'all done?
JMV, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the God. Now, you guys have a great day today. I'm going to see Mary and Maxwell tonight.
Oh, you're going?
I'm
That's
going to the
nice.
show. That's right. My wife loves Maxwell.
And you love Mary.
I love Mary.
And all women love Mary.
So we're going to be out there dancing and, what do we say?
Boogieing?
Boogieing, yes. Dancing and boogieing.
Cutting up a rug?
We're going to be cutting a rug up tonight.
No, cutting up a rug,
go
not
ahead.
cutting a rug up.
I don't know.
Come on, Envy.
I don't know that slang. But we're going to be having a good time
Well, I'm going
tonight.
to my second job after this.
At the juice bar?
Yes.
All right.
I'm in training now.
Oh, you're training?
Mm-hmm.
You know, you got to train everything. You got to learn how to clean the toilets and clean the bathroom.
I know how to clean a toilet, Envy.
Okay.
I clean my toilets at home.
Good. Well, tell me how training went, because I got to train soon, too.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, we'll see you guys tomorrow. It's the Breakfast Club on Power 105.1 and caller 105 right now. 800-585-1051. You get a $250 PC Richard & Son gift certificate. Of course, PC Richard & Son is family owned and operated for 107 years. Dial carefully. Good luck. It's the Breakfast Club on Power 105.1. Home with Angie Martinez.